Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealing33 Plays Downwell. My name is Stealing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're on a redemption tour because I recorded an episode and then my laptop ran out of battery and died horribly. So today, I promised a Virtual Boy run yesterday, by the way, and we didn't. So on the last on the episode that we missed, I unlocked Levitation Style, which actually turned out to be like the best style in the game for me because it helps me do combos really easy, as you guys can see. Now I don't know if this is like the like noob, like it's like playing fucking Maggie and Binding of Isaac. It's like only new players play Maggie because she's got lots of HP. But fucking Levitate Style's helping me out tremendously. Still suck, but it's helping. There we go. Doesn't want whatever the hell this is. Burst. God, the Virtual Boy palette is so, like, eye painful. It's so bad on my eyes. Oh, this is gonna cause some serious strain. After like after a little bit, after like 2 or 3 runs, it's gonna get fucking nasty. Yeah, so my laptop crashed, so the video got all corrupty. So here we are, we're back. But on the bright side, we have learned many a thing about this fucking video game. For instance, we've learned that combos are super great, helpful as hell. Oh, God damn it. And I can't thread needles worth a damn. Don't worry, you guys didn't miss much. I didn't like make it. I made it down to like 2-3, I think. I got my ass kicked immediately. We're gonna go with the jetpack because the jetpack's gonna help me tremendously, I think. With Levitate Style, I am using my bullets to like semi-hover a little bit, and the jetpack's gonna help with that a little bit more. I don't need to go that slow, I just need to go slow enough where I can tell what's going on, like in front of me, essentially, right? I need to go slow enough where I can do that. Like, that's it. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to get hurt by those bats if I'm, like, jumping into them or something like that. What is that, triple shot? Triple shot's not bad. But yeah, so the Levitation Style's helping tremendously. At least for me it's helping. I don't know, some people might not like it. I do kind of wish we could do Boulder Style and Rock Style at the same time. That would be kind of cool. But no such luck on that front. Oh, that's so good. The jetpack is so good. Yeah. So I've been thinking a lot about like what I want to do with Downwell after this week of Downwell is over, and I came to the conclusion that I think I want to try to like use Downwell as like my vlog show, right, where I talk about myself and like what's going on in my life, so in case any of you people care. I don't actually expect you guys to care, considering like honestly I don't know why you would. Like, I mean, I care, but that's because this is my fucking life. And like, the YouTubers I watch, like, I do care about them, but that's because, I don't know, I've watched them every day for, like, almost 2 years now. I feel like at a certain point, you gotta give them your credence, right? Like, sort of living they're part of your life, for better or worse, a lot of the time. For most of the time, it's for the better. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like, oh yeah, no, I failed my math test because of Northern Lion. What the fuck, Northern Lion? It's your fault. No, that's dumb. If you're blaming others for your mistakes, like you gotta take a long look in your fucking mirror and be like, hey, yeah, like I'm kind of a piece of shit. Like maybe I should. I got something. It was a gems and something else, but I couldn't fucking tell because the Virtual Boy makes it very difficult for me to tell what the fucks things are in this game. I also found out that you can apparently hit those like the gyroids and stuff that are all over the place. You can apparently smash into those and they don't get rid of your thingy. We're gonna take Knife and Fork because I keep feeling like Knife and Fork's gonna be really good. Yeah, so like, I do care about like my YouTubers, but like again, I've been listening to them through college, and like, I listened to Northern Lion while I was depressed during college and stuff like that, and his videos made it a little bit easier for me to get through my days and stuff. But that's why I care about what happens to them. Like, when he got married to his wife Kate, I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm glad he's I'm glad he's happy. The door's open. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on a second. You're gonna hear me ranting as I walk away from the mic, so I'm gonna get steadily quieter. But parents' place always makes me a little paranoid when the door's open. Mostly just because like I'm loud. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like an entire ranch-style home between me and my folks right now, but you know, I do get a little uncomfortable with that, and like they live out in the fucking woods, and like on like a monkey side of my brain's like, yeah, hey, have you ever thought about the fact that like somebody could come and fucking murder your ass? Which is hilarious because I live in the city, where like that's actually like way more likely to happen. Not statistically, but like, you know, it's still more likely to happen, at least from, which is like, again, also hilarious. What the fuck are these bone guys? The bone guys are fucking boning me, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got jokes. Hope at some point, I was like, I hope at some point I get HP or I'm gonna fucking drop dead over here. Yeah, so like, you know, I don't know if you guys actually care about that, but you know, I might as well share a little bit with you guys. I mean, so if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know this, but those of you who've been around for a little while know that I started a game company. It's called Vamped Games, and I'm making a game called Funk Unplugged, which is a 3D platformer set in a magical world made of music, where you play as an amplifier named Ampy, who, you know, has been living here for most of his life, and he's recently retired from the music business, but during his retirement party, a group called the G-Bots attacked and started like wrecking up the place, and so he went on an adventure to stop them. Well, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever like tried to make video games or make an app or anything like that. Like, make something in the digital space. It's fucking arduous. So like, my job is, I work production, right? So my job is essentially making sure that shit happens on time, which never fucking happens. If you've ever worked, again, in anything digital, you know that the second you're like, we're gonna come out on Tuesday, you always come out on fucking Friday, like, and that exponentially expands away from one another. The further away your date is, the bigger your project is, the worse that gap between release and, you know, your what you suspect and what actually happens, the further that gap gets, because it gets pretty bad. But so in July, the city of Chicago had all of the property taxes went up for a little while, right? And so everybody, all of like my teammates, the rent went up, so they all had to take on third jobs. So right now they work at the game company and they work like jobs to pay their bills, right? So like, we can't pay anybody because we're all fucking flat broke college kids. But we've all essentially agreed to continue working with one another. I gotta take off Virtual Boy. Hold on a minute. Holy shit, this palette is so bad. Yeah, pastel's at least a little brighter. Holy shit, that's still bad, but like, holy shit, that Virtual Boy was like making my eyes hurt a lot. It was making it very difficult for me to tell the difference between like enemies that I could jump on and enemies I couldn't jump. That was bad. It was real bad. I mean, I'm still getting my ass kicked. I'm actually getting my ass kicked worse right now. I'm not sure why that is, but we will take triple shot. Again, not because I want triple shot. I was actually very happy with Punchy, but also because what did that give us? It looks like a bottle. It was 1 energy. It looks like a bottle. Like, it's not a lightning bolt. It looks like a bottle. Sucking nearby gems. Getting gems gives you that. Safety jetpack's better. I like safety jetpack. No, yeah. So we had an issue, right? So our issue was that because the city had taken basically the majority of all of my team's time, they weren't able to make shit, right? So if you've ever worked on anything, you know that the most important part about making something is actually fucking making it. Everything else is all fucking conjecture, right? until you're actually like putting pen to paper, so to speak, which is not actually what we were doing. We're putting fucking code to Unity scripts, I guess, for lack... No, that's not lack of a better term. That's exactly what we're doing. We're putting fucking code to Unity scripts. It's fucking YOLO. I mean, not YOLO. We actually... Game's got a live system. You actually live 3 times. But I am making a big joke. No, yeah, but so, like, we were working on this game, and we're trying really hard to get it out, and, recently, like, I feel like most of my team members have either lost confidence or just don't want to work anymore, which is fine. I get that. Like, I'm a little burned out too. The problem is that if this game doesn't come out, like, I can't have a career in the game industry, because, like, nobody will hire a producer that has, like, one failed fucking project on their thing. Not, like, one, like, oh, you can't fail at all, or you're never gonna get a job, but, like, I'll only have one failed release under my belt, which, like, nobody's gonna fucking hire you if you, like, your only release was a failure, and, like, your fucking job was to make sure that that didn't happen. Like, come on, dude. You know? So, like, I'm kind of nervous about getting work like that, and then I'm not very good at any of the other stuff. Like, I'm not a very good level designer, and I'm certainly not a very good artist. Laser! Why? Laser's so bad. So if I, like, mash it like a lot, I can get a little bit of air, but, like, not enough to, like, warrant the level of, like, spammy that has to be to, like, make that happen. Oh, the bone guy got me. The bone guy always gets me. Fuck that bone guy. Hey, there we go. Handstand style. What does that do? No upgrades, cheaper shop items. Fuck that. we are not gonna do that at all. So yeah, so we're making this game, and so I'm, like, nervous about my future career prospects, and I'm also, like, I'm having my quarter life crisis of, like, not really knowing what I want to do with myself. Like, I have an interest in, like, possibly going to law school and trying to be a lawyer. But I also, like, don't want to give up on being a game designer just because, like, the first time out was, like, really hard. You know, like, that's such a shitty thing to do. You know, it's like, oh, my first time out was really hard. I don't want to do it anymore. But, like, I don't know what else to really do with myself, to be honest. I didn't make too many friends in college, mostly because I just worked a lot. I worked and got good grades, because that's when I was in high school. That's what my parents told me I had to do, and that if I didn't do it, they would take me out of college. And I liked college a lot, actually. You're college grad or going into college, congratulations. You're past the best part of your life, or / going into the best part of your life. Fuck high school. High school sucked. High school sucked a lot, and not just because I got, you know, kind of bullied a lot as a kid, but, like, it sucked because, like, you were being told all this shit to do, but, like, you rarely, if ever, got, like, reasoning for it. But, like, in college, like, if you don't want to fucking do something, you just straight up don't have to. I was talking to my sister about this today. My sister's 13, and so she, like, isn't even, like, kind of going into college yet, but, she was asking me about what it was like to be, in school, and I said, well, you know, it's an interesting thing to be in school, because, like, I was telling her that there were times where, like, I wouldn't want to go to class, so I just wouldn't. And she's like, you can do that? And I was like, yeah, nobody's making you go to class. If you don't want to go to class, don't. Like, it's your problem at that point. And, like, she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you're an adult, right? So, like, you're in this class to learn something. You're here in college because this is what you wanted to do, supposedly, right? Unless you're a liberal arts student, in which case, it's what you're doing now so that later you can get to whatever the hell it is that you actually wanted to do with yourself. But, like, you know, it was a matter of, like, I had buddies in college who, like, one of them took a bunch of classes, didn't like 2 of them, and just dropped them. Like, he just was like, nah, I'm not doing this one. And he just stopped showing up and, like, dropped the class. I had another buddy who took every single one of his classes pass-fail, because he did not give a shit about his GPA. He didn't want to be valedictorian. He was just like, nah, I'm gonna do it pass-fail. I don't give a fuck. And I was like, yeah, alright, that makes sense. And so, like, I was telling my sister about this, and she was like, that doesn't make any sense, like, that doesn't sound right, you know? And I was like, well, the thing is that you get really used to the humdrumness of, like, being a, like, a middle schooler, right? So, like, middle school, high school, and grade school are all pretty much the same thing, right? You pretty much just sit down with yourself, and we're going to change the palette real quick here. Hold on a minute. Oh, God, not Umakabucha, whatever the hell that is. Grandma's terrible. We're going to go with grayscale. It's fairly neutral, and it's going to be nice on my eyes. Yeah, so I was like, you get really used to, like, having these things happen to you where, like, you don't really want to do, like, you know, probability or statistics, because, like, what the fuck are you going to use probability or statistics? You're not doing anything to do with that would require that, except for, like, you know, basic shit. But, you know, you should learn basic probability. If you can't tell me, like, what are the odds of rolling a 6 on a 6-sided die if you roll it 2,000 times, like, you should probably get yourself checked out, because, like, that's, like, super simple basic probability. Like, oh, you got a 1 in 6 chance. Well, yeah, because you rolled it 2,000 fucking times. But you don't normally have 1 in 6. It's actually slightly less than that. But, you know, whatever. You know, you don't have to take shit that you don't want to take. Unless you're like me and sign up for all of your classes, like, the week before classes start, and then you end up with, you know, 6 a.m. Buddhism, or history of Buddhist culture class. And you end up having to learn about Buddhism, and then find out that you actually, like, super duper like Buddhism, which was actually, you know, happy accident. Happy accident finding out I like Buddhism. What do we want here? Heart balloon, blast module, gem attractor. Let's take gem attractor. I think I'm dropping a lot of gems just because, like, I'm not picking them up. You know what this would be good with is the one that recharges your boots when you pick up gems. There we go. Yeah, so, like, you know, life's weird. Life's weird because, like, you know, you, like, in high school, like, all the way up through high school, they tell you that it's going to be X way, right? And then I got to college, and half of my college classes let me come in my fucking pajamas. Like, my liberal arts ones didn't, because they wanted to be treated very seriously. But, like, my game dev classes didn't give a shit. You just had to show up. Show up and do your work. That's all they fucking cared about. And, like, that's the way the jobs are in the game industry, right? Which rounds me back to, like, I'm a little nervous about, you know, my future in the game industry, because I do like the game industry. I don't know. There's not, like, the job market's hard to break into. Like, really, really hard to break into. Especially if we want to be on the creative side of it. You know, you gotta show you got talent, and I don't have any artistic talents. I've got a lot of business acumen talents, right? Like, I'm really good at business management. I'm really good at team management. But you can't just walk into a place and be like, oh, I'm gonna be the fucking manager of this team. Like, that doesn't fucking work. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. If you think that's how it works, then you, my friend, really, really, really need to get your shit together before you get out there, because the universe is gonna eat you fucking alive. We're gonna buy charge, because I feel like that we need the charge to not suck, so that we can get better combos, so that maybe we can get more money to buy health. All things for the health god. We also really desperately need to get rid of fucking burst. Burst may actually be my least favorite weapon in the game. I think I've actually played enough to know that burst is terrible. I do not like that I have to spam it. I like that I can, like, tap Nappy, right? I can, like, tap Nappy and, like, produce, like, a singular bullet. Like, that's kind of cool. I like that. Not laser. Ugh, we need help. Okay, fine. Laser. Not because I want to. We don't do these things because they are easy, but we do them because they are hard. That's what I told my girlfriend last night. Ayo! No, so, like, I really like the game industry, but, like, I found out very quickly that I have no talent for anything in the game industry. Not be bad guys. My prayers have been answered. Yeah, I found out very quickly that I have fucking no talent for anything in the game industry. I am not an artist. I'm certainly not a sound designer. That's because I'm tone deaf. Can't actually hear the proper pitches for things, and I have no idea when music sounds good. It took me until college to figure out that I liked music. And you're probably sitting to yourself, hey, that sounds like bullshit. Well, tell that to my entire sound library where I listen to Devour by fucking Shinedown every day before school, literally for 2 years straight, and it never bothered me. Literal thing, it happened. You can fucking ask anybody. Ask fucking Nivum next time we're out playing fucking League together. I'll fucking tell you. You know what, I'll ask him for you. You guys can fucking find out. It's fucking weird. Because he drove to school with me for all of high school. Him and I drove to school together. Shit! I got fucking rocked right there. That was bad. It was really bad. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm worried about what I'm gonna do with myself. Because, like, I don't want to give up on my dreams. Mostly, I don't want to have to go back to school, right? Because I feel like that's like admitting defeat, you know. I don't like admitting defeat. I'm kind of hoping that like all of this will be alleviated by Funk Unplugged selling super good and being like the new indie darling, which is wishful thinking because you know we got to compete with fucking Ukulele, which I hope is good, but I also hope sucks, so that way my game can look good by comparison. It needs to be good, so that way people will buy another 3D platformer. It needs to suck, so that way people will... It needs to be, like, medium. It needs to be good enough where people are like, man, that was pretty good, but, like, I could really use some more, you know? Like, it just wasn't long enough, or whatever the hell people are gonna fucking say. People always say some shit. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it. I want to be good at something, you know? My whole life I've been, like, perpetually average. And it's always bothered me just how fucking average I am. I'm an average build, I'm an average height. I'm pretty average at, like, 90% of the things that I do. And, like, the 10% of things I'm not average at, they're, like, worthless. Like, I'm not average at playing, like, Enter the Gungeon, right? Like, I'm probably better than like, at least 50% of the people playing that game. I would wager that I might be, like, in the top 20%. Maybe less, maybe top 30. Because I still haven't, like, I don't streak very often. We got fucking burst, didn't we? God damn it. God fucking damn it. Every goddamn fucking time. But yeah, like, it's like, I want to be great at something. Like, I've never been truly great at something, you know? And don't get me wrong, a lot of it's because I'm lazy, but, you know, there are things that I'm, like, good at that I do a lot. Like, even, like, League of Legends. Like, I'm not great at League. I'm, like, middle gold, right? Which is, like, almost perfectly average, and it bugs me so much. Like, I don't know if you've ever been, like, super passionate about something and then just, like, been, like, not super good at it, you know? Like, that's me all the time with fucking everything. And, like, YouTube, I've actually got the decency to be, like, kind of bad at it, so that way I can, like, keep my expectations down. Was that Puncher? Yeah, like a Puncher. I can keep, like, my expectations for myself down, but, like with League, like, being, like, just good enough to be average is, like, the biggest nightmare ever. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever been, almost perfectly average at something. Like, you're not, like, you don't excel, but you're not bad either. Like, you're just sort of, like, if somebody were to write you on a wall, you would be meh. Like, that's me in, like, 90% of things that I do. And, like, that drives me fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. You know, just, like, once in my life, I'd like to be like, I'd like somebody to be like, oh, man, you're, like, really good at this. Like, you're really good at, like, Thing X, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good at Thing X. And then, like, I can just show up and, like, do Thing X and, like, make it happen. Like, in case in point, like, I thought I was pretty good at computer repair. Yeah, it took me 2 days to put my computer together because I kept having to drive back to the fucking, like, Micro Center near my apartment and, buy new parts because, like, all of my parts were fucking broken. And then it turns out that all of my shit wasn't working because my motherboard had bent pins. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I don't know. I also just really need to, like, find something to do with myself that isn't just, like, play video games all day. You know, like, doing the YouTube stuff helps a little bit because it alleviates some of, like, the existential frustration I have with, like, not really being anything. Like, I'm not anything, right? I'm just sort of, like, a 23-year-old dude who does stuff, like, on the internet sometimes. It's not even, like, all the time. Like, I'm not even consistent at that. Like, even then, like, I still fuck up. Like, I fuck up the thumbnails and, like, the fucking things all the time. I mean, fucking Scott, that's the only reason Scotland even fucking comments anymore is when I fuck something up. You know? I don't know. a lot of it's just like being unsure of myself because I'm in my like mid-20s and not really knowing what is it? Is it T? Triple shot? Something like that? Yeah. Being unsure of myself because I'm in like my mid-20s and I don't really know what I want to do with myself or if I'll be good at the things that I want to be good at or where my life's going, which sucks. If you're if you're in your 20s, like, it's cool, man. You and I are cool, like, as far as I'm concerned. I kind of wish it would stop, because, like, it's the first time in my life I've ever been unsure of myself, And it's largely due to, like, the fact that, like, I'm doing something that, like, I feel like I should be good at, and it's taking a billion fucking years. Like, we're so off schedule with my game, and we're so off schedule with the whole team. The whole thing's just off schedule. That I just don't... I don't know if it's my fault or if it's just, like, out of my control. If it's out of my control or if it's just, like, that's the way it is, like, a lot of the time. Like, that's one thing. But, like... Oh, shit. Well, alright. That's sort of the way of things, but... I don't know. I kind of wish it would stop being like that. Palette unlocked 1 bit. 1 bit? We're going to call it quits for this episode now that I'm done ranting, but we're going to check out this palette first. That's like a... Oh, God, that's awful. Yeah, that's bad. That's too flat. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wish things would... I wish things would progress, or I would know that they're going to fail, Like, I don't like being stuck in limbo, not knowing whether or not something's going to be good or something's going to be bad. You know what I mean? But, yeah, with that, I think we're gonna call it quits for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. And if you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow, helps me out a great deal. But, of course, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!